Hello everyone, welcome back again to our online class. Today we're gonna discuss about CSS box model. As a web developer or a web designer, it is very important for you to understand what is box model, see what is CSS box model and how does it work. When you design a website, it's nothing but actually everything is in the box. According to the client's requirements of the sites, you design the box, you set up the box in the website, each pages according to the client's requirement and according to the client's design. Let's have a look what does the CSS box model actually mean. You can see here all HTML elements can be considered as boxes. A website is nothing but a combination of different sizes of boxes set up according to the client's requirements. All HTML elements can be inserted into a box to set up on a web page wherever actually you want. So as I told you earlier, it is a website when a designer actually design a website. First, designer get the information from the clients. Clients give the information that how does they want their website to be look like. So according to their desire, the designer actually design the site, and each page is into home page, into the contact page, into about us page, or into the product page, how the clients actually wants. Designer actually design those boxes and insert those elements, HTML elements, onto those boxes accordingly. Once once I will show you the example, you will understand that. So it is very important actually for you to understand what is box into the page and how does it works, how you can edit, how can you manipulate each boxes into your pages. Into HTML CSS code, to create a box you just need to put div starting tag and div closing tag, and in between these two tags you will put your HTML content like text or images or panel or any kind of animation, picture, or whatever you want, you can insert inside the box, and you can set up that box. You can take this box to anywhere, to set up in anywhere at your page. So yeah, it's very important for you. So in CSS, the terms box model is used when talking about design and layout, as I said. So box model, when you talked with the client about their layout, about their design, it's first things it comes into the designer mind is box, how they will set up the boxes according to the client's layout. So the CSS box model is essentially a box that wraps around every HTML elements. So as I just told you earlier, that whatever HTML elements you want to put, you put inside this box, like here, into this, between these two code, starting div and closing div, and you set up in accordingly. So from the picture you can see that this is the center of the box. That means actually mainly here in this picture is saying that the content, the whole area, is actually the element that you want to put. Like you put the image, like you put the uh, text or heading or whatever you want. That's the area you put. And this is the box. Actually, it's not the whole things. It is a box. It's not the whole things is box into this picture is showing. Only the content is box. And how does it work around this box area? Like from this place to this place is called padding, and from here this place to this place is called border. It's the border is the boundary of the box. So if you think this is the box and you put padding, a little bit padding, which is from here to here. So the padding, actually the spaces around the content, around the box. As you can see here in the content does means that the content of the box where the text and images appear, that I just said. And padding means that the padding actually clears an area around the content. That means this is the content area, and padding does clear around that content area. That means around the box. And sorry, it's not around the box, it's around the content. And the box actually determined by the border here. So a border that goes around the padding and the content. So content is here, padding distance from here to here, and the border is always after the padding. So border means the boundary around the padding and content, and the margin does mean that outside the border area. So when I will give the example, you will be understand easily. Okay, now before we give the example, let's have a chat. Let's have a discuss about the width and height of an element. How you determine, usually what you understand by determining width and height of an element. By determining the width and height of any elements, you actually determining the width and height of the content area. In fact, like this area, this is the content, and when you said okay, the width of this content is this and this, you actually determining this area. But in fact, when you determining a width of an element, you actually need to calculate not only that area but also including the padding, border, and margin of around that content area. So say for example, I said this is the width of this content. It's like 320 pixel in the example you can see here. That means I'm telling that from here to here it is 320 pixel, but it is not exactly actually this this content doesn't actually take the place of only this area from here to here. It's actually taking the place completely from here to here. So now around the content there is an area called padding, and after the padding there is an area called border. After the border there is an area it's called margin. So altogether you need to consider padding, border, and margin size as well as with the content. So if you say 320 of the content width, that means you have to add the padding, border, and margin. So say for example, the padding is 10, border is 5 pixel, and margin is 0. That means there is no margin around the border area. So here the total width of that content would be 320, 10 in both sides. That means padding, I'm saying in both sides. The padding width means from left to right. So from here, padding on the left is 10 from here to here. On the right is 10 as well from here to here. So that means in both sides 10 and 10, 20. So in both sides, I'm saying 10 and 10, 20. That means the padding actually in both sides, on the left side and as well as in the right side. Like padding, border also in both sides. So if I say border 5, that means actually it taking 5 pixel on the left, 5 pixel on the right. So 5 and 5, it's 10, and 10 and 10, 20. And then margin is 0. So altogether the width of this content would be 320 plus 20 plus 10. So altogether it will be I have shown here the calculation 350 is because the margin is actually I have considered here 0. So both side margin is 0 and 0. So there is no value for this. So altogether 350 pixel the width of that content. In fact, at the beginning I said 320 pixel width of this content, but actually it is 350 pixel, not 320 pixel. So I believe you got the idea how the border actually does work, how the width of the border, width of the box, and height of the box does work. Let me give you the example in practical. So let me go to the into the website and make a div. That means make a box. So my website was somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So that's the folder I actually prepared before. So to make the lesson here, to save all the lessons, the whole lessons of the box model here. So right click on this box, open this code, Visual Studio Code editor, and then it's coming now. It's getting there almost. Okay, so this is the lesson. Inside this I want to create a page. It's called make a file and put the name CSS box model .html. Here we go, and then make a standard page of the website. Here we go, and then put a how does it call, internal CSS style. To make internal CSS, you say style here, and with the closing tag. So all the CSS code would be here, and make a box into the body of this website. So say for example, to make a box, you need to put the div starting and closing. So this is the box. So inside this box, just say something like box number 1. And now design this box, how it would be looks like. So to design this, you put all the code here inside the style CSS. So all the CSS code would be here inside. So it is div itself a element. So to connect a design, any kind of CSS to any specific element, how you need to do, I have shown you in my previous lesson. Just check my previous lesson. It is like this. When it itself the element, so you can just write div, then curly bracket, and then just copy my code here, this code actually. So it's actually saying that this div width would be 320 pixel, padding 10, border 5, and margin 0. So now you will see a gray color box into the body of my website. Let me see how does it looks like. So to check the website, to go to that website where it was here into lesson 8, and click on it. See, this is the box. It's actually by default it goes at the left corner and the top left corner. If you want to decide to put it in the middle, you can do that. There is a different code also for this. We can do that. We can show you later. So now just have a look. That's this border. That means here I'm saying the width of this box means from here to here is 320. I mean, sorry, this is the content. First the content from here to here. This is the content, and I said 10 means from here to here is 10, from here to here is 10, but by default it's taking rest of the place, is because the whole border itself, the whole box itself is 320. That's why it's saying that from here it's taking the whole, is showing the whole box width is that much. So it's, in fact, it should be up to here. So after that it's a padding area from here to here, and then border from here to here is 5, and then this border here is 5, and after the border I said the margin is 0, so there is no margin. If you put margin here, something like, how can I say for example I put margin 50 pixel. So around this border you will see there is a gap now, you see. So this box has gone towards right and towards bottom according to the margin that I have set up. So margin is always after the border area. That means from here to here, from here to here, from here to below, one towards the right, from here to this way. So I've set up the margin like that. So I believe now you understand how does the box actually work. So if you want to make another box, you can also put the another box here. So according to the design of your website, you actually create a box first, you set up you put the content inside, and then set up those box in different places according to the client's requirements, or how clients actually want their website to be look like. I hope you understand. If you have any kind of question, you can feel free to make a comment, give a comment on the comment box. Any kind of question, I'll reply you as soon as I'll be available to reply. If you want to follow our channel, or if you want to follow this course, you can subscribe us, and there is a lots more lessons that I have done so far. To understand these lessons, you might need to watch those lesson as well. So please subscribe us for that, to have more incoming lesson, as well as to watch the previous all lesson. Thank you for being with us. Thank you very much.